Oh my goodness, we had some huge breaking news overnight. And I got to tell you, today's episode's going to be sad. But we're going to remember this person with all of our gusto because he was a great actor. And y'all know who I'm talking about. So, but we'll get to it here in a moment because we've got a couple more things to go through. So without further ado, let's get into let's do dumb laws of the day.
That's a good choice.
All right. So today's dumb law comes out of Iowa, particularly a little town in Iowa called Coralville. And if you don't know, Missouri kind of we have our own Tour de France type style bike race every year that goes through all the cities. One of my former bosses wiped out on that Missouri Tour de France one year, Tour de Missouri, and really hurt himself. So, I know all about how competitive biking can be. And he used to go participate in the Iowa one, but it's called I wrote it down. The Registers, which is their biggest paper in Iowa, annual Great Bicycle Race across Iowa. So, but passed in 2020 due to COVID issues, it is illegal for children to have lemonade stands during this bike race. And you are required to have a permit if you make over $5. Well, how the hell are you going to know if you make over $5 hairs? Give me a break, people. These are little kids. Wow. Hello, everybody joining us over on TikTok. Welcome. So, especially during this bike race, because these kids could be, like the family members could be coming through for the bikers and making lots of money. And, lemonade's like one of those good electrolyte, sugary drinks that, can kind of help a biker if it's made correctly. But yeah, I just thought, what a way to gyp some cute little kids out of a lemonade stand. Sorry, no, you can't have a lemonade stand. Dumb. How are kids ever supposed to learn how entrepreneurship works if you take a mechanism away from them, Dumb, da-dum. You know what I should do? I should record like a really, after I do these, here it go, dum, da-dum, dum. I think it would be great. So, oh my God, Becky, am I single? It's complicated over there on TikTok. I don't really want to get into it though. That is an interesting question. So, all right. Well, there's your dumb law of the day. Just don't open a lemonade stand in Iowa. You'll need a permit, especially in Coralville. Let's go through the chats and say hello to everybody. Hello, Snortapoopus Cuber, my favorite polar bear. I hope you're doing well today. I still can't get over how this works over on TikTok. They're like inviting me to different places. So interesting. Hello, Connie Cleary. I hope you're well today. How are the birdies doing? Snort says hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everyone. Sounds like a page out of the Truman Show. So pretty good. Connie says hello. Hello to you too. Go through the list here. I know, dumb law. In Alaska, it is illegal to hunt bear, but it is illegal to wake a bear and take a picture for photo opportunities. Oh, I believe it. The one I'm going to do tomorrow is about donkeys in Arizona. So stay tuned for the Friday edition of Dumb Laws on the books across the United States. And then I might branch out to the rest of the world because there are some really dumb laws across the world. So you're good. The birdies are good. I'm good. I posted some new content. I caught the tuxedos playing this morning when I got up. They were Captain Bootsy was wrapped in my shower curtain. And I just couldn't help myself. So I put that out there for everybody to see. It's across all the platforms. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, I forgot to do something. My boss is going to kill me if I don't. There we go. Voila. So, hey, what's up? There's Miss Val over on TikTok. So, by the way, just a little bit of shameless self-promotion. Sign up to be our subscriber. Sign up to be our follower. Follow us on TikTok. And please, if you don't mind, smash those hearts, smash the like button, share out the stream. Tell everybody, I do self-promotion before we start, but it always helps to have other people go out there and push it all out there for me. So thank you all so much if you have done that already. Appreciate you. Hey, Gorilla Man. How you doing? Hope you're well. I hope everything's going well at your doctor's appointment. So, all right. So we will carry on as more people. Wow, look at all the people coming in over on TikTok. Thank you all so much for being with me today. I appreciate it. You're all great. Nobody over on Instagram yet, but that's okay. They'll come through. So let's move on to good news and other news of the day. If I can get it to add to the stage. All right, since it's misbehaving, we'll just leave it at that. It's my internet, I swear to God. All right, I get most of my good news from either I can't even talk today, Jenna's morning boost off of the Today Show, or today we're going to go look at goodnewsnetwork.org. I like their page. They have a lot of great things to share with everybody. So hello there. I'm a Karen. No, that's not my real name. My real name's April. Oh my God, I can't believe you just called me a Karen. That's priceless. Hold on just one second. Let me flip my camera around here so you guys can see. Okay, why isn't it doing it? There it is. All right. So like I said, I get most of my news from goodnewsnetwork.org. Today's quote is, I attribute my success to this. I never gave any excuse. Florence Nightingale. I love it. Yeah, I know. That was funny. No, I'm not Karen. That's great, though. All right. This first one looks to be from Egypt. Archaeologists discover first pharaoh's tomb in Egypt in more than a century. Wow. Really? So they're that behind on all kinds of archaeology in Egypt like that? Or have they just, not found it in more than a century? That's not true. That one dude, what's his name? Maybe I'll know. But the one guy, okay, so we kicked that dude out for being mean. Cool. Yeah, I've had to set up new things on TikTok because some people are becoming just absolutely ridiculous. So King Tutankhamun is famous for many things, but what most know about the discovery of his unlooted tomb is that it was the last time archaeologists found the tomb of a pharaoh. Oh. Now, 103 years since Howard Carter cracked open King Tut's final resting place, the tomb of Thutmose II has been identified near the Valley of the Kings and becomes the first opportunity in 2 generations to study a pharaoh's burial chamber. Fascinating. Look at that. Isn't that great? I found all this stuff interesting. So let's see. This, however, proves to be a much more modest discovery as the tomb was completely empty and has likely been so for 3,500 years after retainers noticed their deceased lord was going to be swimming to the afterlife. Oh, interesting. In fact, the tomb turned out to be completely empty, not because it had been robbed, but because it had been deliberately emptied, said archaeologist Piers Litherland, who had been excavating the area for a decade, but who assumed when he first found the tomb shaft that it had belonged to a royal wife. When they worked out that the tomb had been flooded, it had been built underneath a waterfall and it had filled with water at some stage within about 6 years of burial. Thutmose II, who reigned from 1493 to 1479 BCE, was identified as the occupant via his name carved on shards of alabaster, while a decoration on the tomb's ceiling indicated royalty. Well, that's interesting. They found the first one. Now, where's the second one? Where'd they move him to? So, keep going. Keep going, archaeologist. Family-owned Vermont ski resort offers the common man 1,200 acres of powder for $100. Okay, I'm fascinated. In Vermont, a family-owned skiing business is rising to prominence as a backcountry and downhill paradise in an area and age saturated with big corporate luxury ski resorts. Oh, I see. Okay. Just 30 minutes east of Burlington, Bolton Family Resort trades luxury for comfort and status for friendly powder-loving vibes. Featured in a great travel piece in the New York Times, Bolton Family has been run by the same family for decades, finding its feet between the corporate resorts of Stowe and Sugarbush, but offering skiing to the common man at an affordable price. Ralph De La Renters, now 90, opened Bolton Valley in 1966 with his father for that express purpose. Today, his daughter, Lindsay, runs it. Nice. See, that's one of the things that's going on is like a lot of corporations are taking over family-owned businesses. It's happening in farms. It's happening in, here in Springfield, you can go on any corner and you could see the old corner stores. My family used to own one long time ago. My great aunts, when my dad was little. And now you see it's being taken over by Price Cutter, Hy-Vee, Walmart. I mean, Walmart is huge here. We have 5 supercenters and tons of neighborhood markets. And even around the area there, in every little dotted community, Dollar General, you'll find Dollar Generals. So, they're out there. They're everywhere. So this is great. So just $100 to go ski in Vermont. Nice. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Don't let them take your resort. Okay, let's see here. Man saves boatloads of stunned animals after he spots shadows in the waves. All right. Let's see what that's about. If my internet would work, that would be priceless. Good news in history today. The world of Pokemon went public 29 years ago, emerging from the mind of game designer, Satoshi, I hope I said that right, Tajiri, onto Nickelodeon's Game Boy system in the 6 years it took to create the game and its first 3 pocket monsters, Squirtle and Charmander and Bulbasaur. I hope I said that right. Wait, what? Okay, hold on one second, guys. All right. Kind of tedious holding that up the whole time. So, by the way, I have a live challenge for everybody over on TikTok. Let's get 3 tiny dinies today. We did 2 roses yesterday, so let's bump it up. All right, Val, have a great day. Love you, cuz. See you later. I'll talk to you soon. I'll DM you. So, if you love Pokemon, today is your day. Live it up. So, okay, it's not going to open, but, okay, there it goes. Let's see here. Oh, look at all the turtles. From Corpus Christi, comes the story of a commercial mariner who developed a passion for saving lives. Cold, imperiled, and scaly lives. Imperiled, sorry. I can't talk today. It started back in 2018 when Captain Brandon Upton was out in the Gulf waters during a particular chilly afternoon, and he saw a dark shadow floating nearby. The owner and operator of Sea Tow a boating assistance company. Upton thought he had seen everything in the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, hold on. Gulf of America, otherwise known to the rest of the world as the Gulf of Mexico, could conjure, but soon he saw more dark shapes and then even more. He realized to his shock they were sea turtles. What the hell is that? Ew. I didn't touch it because I know they are endangered and protected. Upton told the Dodo, I guess that's a magazine or internet magazine. On my way in, I saw more and more sea turtles and was very confused. In all my years on the water, I had never seen anything like it. Rather than take any actions himself, Upton did the right thing and contacted the relevant animal authorities, in this case, the ecologist, oh my God, at San Padre Island National Seashore, who explained the turtles had been cold stunned. Cold stunning, just in case you don't know, is a normal phenomenon in which the cold-blooded turtles fall into a comatose state in the seawater temperature that falls below 56 degrees. Their heart rate and metabolism plummets, and they float, incapable of moving. This puts them at risk for boat strikes, drownings, and even land predators if the tide and surf should carry them onto the beach. So you did the right thing. All these turtles were cold stunned because I'm sure when he came upon them, Texas must have been in one of those cold snaps we all have every once in a while. So they came out and rescued the turtles. Good job, guys. All right. Well, that's your good news of the day. A little bit more entertainment news here before we move into our huge news story of the day. Doctor Who has a release date for the next season, April 12th of this year. So I know a lot of people don't like Doctor Who. I get it. I like Doctor Who, so I'm ready to see it. I liked the Christmas special. I'm trying to think of anything else that I heard besides Kathleen Kennedy retiring. Yay, good riddance. I heard something interesting, and I heard it off the Bulwark. I subscribe to the Bulwark. They're really great people. And it was kind of odd to see them doing entertainment news. But they were talking to their resident entertainment news guy, and they were talking about, Kathleen Kennedy retiring and what was coming down the pike. And hey, I got a flash goal. Thank you also very much for the tiny diny. I appreciate it. But there was like a Jabba the Hutt movie planned. There was more solo, the two other solo movies planned. I mean, and like a Yoda movie, and they've all been scrapped for Star Wars. So I didn't know that. I had heard that, that last night while I was watching their segment, and I'm like, man, that really sucks. So, all right. So overnight we heard, I don't know if you all have heard, I don't want to shock you. I don't want to, that is a typical, oh, hey, John, the Beagle Dad. Hello. How are you? I saw your DM. Sorry, I've got my phone's tied up, so I can't get to it. I'll look at it here in a second. That is typical of Star Wars to announce. I know. I think it's totally dumb. Don't get our hopes up and then smash them. So, but anyways, overnight we lost Gene Hackman. And me personally, I will always know Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. But I know, I get it. I always look, I glass half full, right? Maybe they'll hire the right writer this time to make a better product. I can always hope, But as they say, hope floats and so does poop. Oh God. But anyways, Gene Hackman was an American treasure. He had an amazing career. If you haven't heard the news, he and his wife, Betsy, were found deceased yesterday after a wellness check by New Mexico police. They were both in bed with their dog, and they were all deceased. I'm not going to speculate, but I'm going to kind of hint towards maybe it was carbon monoxide poisoning. Well, John, I would say that, but John says sounds like foul play, but they're saying it's not. And, it's so, I'm the daughter of a heating and air guy, a union heating and air guy. Cracked heat exchangers on furnaces is a common problem. It's a common problem. And if it gets cold in New Mexico this time of year, if they didn't know about, if they hadn't had their furnace serviced, which I don't know why, he was a multimillionaire, he could afford it, but sometimes it happens and you don't know it. So, HVAC's your line of work too? Oh, awesome. Yeah, my dad's like a almost 50-year veteran of HVAC. But yeah, it can happen. It's dangerous. That's why you need a carbon monoxide detector in your home. They're cheap. They're reasonable. They got tiny little sensors. They're becoming more and more sophisticated. So, you could pay, big money for one. A radon detector would be good too, because, the earth decays and that's what it releases as it decays, and it can come in your home and cause other health problems. So if you don't know Gene's background, Gene won 2 Oscars. He won one for The French Connection, and he won one for, I believe it's Unforgiven. Let me double check. Hold on one second here. I'll present my screen. Sorry, I can't show this to you on TikTok. Man, it's just so hard holding that phone up there to show you guys stuff. So I'll have to figure out how to do it. Let's see. 1971, French Connection. He won a Oscar. Yes, Little Bill Taggart. 1992, Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. He was in Mississippi Burning. And then he quit acting for a while, like a long while. Actually, he just totally, let's see, I think People has that info. Hold on just one second. They were talking about, here he is. It's a great picture of him. Gene Hackman. They have a story out here about why, Illinois. Fascinating. He was born in California, but he grew up in Illinois. He was a U.S. Marine. Oh, that's nice. He was best friends with Dustin Hoffman. Oh, bet Dustin's really sad today. His first wife, Faye. Oh, look at his kids. Aren't they cute? Let's see. Good friends with Robert Duvall. Broadway. Took a chance on Broadway. Big break in Bonnie and Clyde. So, how could you, don't look at that. How could you not look at that and say, oh my God, what a great, great career, And he strategically, picked roles. And, after you win an Oscar, you could do that. Yeah. Think about somebody else playing Lex Luthor. I can't think of somebody else playing Lex Luthor. But his current wife was also an actress. Her name was Betsy Arkawa. There's a big age difference. I don't know if it was that. Yeah, Hoosiers was another big one. Crimson Tide. Yep, Superman, French Connection. So, are we calling Millicent the brat now? Oh, hi, girls. Yeah, Moogie will be 9. Oh my God, Moogie's going to be 9 in April, and Millicent will be 3, 2, somewhere in there. So, but yeah, he was one of the greatest actors. Yes, he was. He's in the Marines. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is, and it's really sad. I don't want to think it was, a murder self-deletion. I don't want to think that. Because if that was, why weren't people checking on them? But anyways, I think it's more maybe a carbon, but we'll find out. What's your favorite Gene Hackman role? Mine is, of course, Lex Luthor. I love him as Lex Luthor. It's hard for me to see anybody else playing that role. John Cryer tried. So did Michael Rosenbaum. John Cryer played something totally different in Superman 4. So it's kind of a weird, weird thing. But he was a great, great guy. So The Quick and the Dead. That was a good one. Very good one. I mean, and then he just quit acting. And he had a reason, and I haven't gotten around to reading that article yet, but I believe it was like right after Unforgiven. I think, to me, honestly, and I haven't read it yet, I bet he was typecasted. You're lining up your movies for tonight? Hey, I would too, yeah. So, pay tribute to Gene. So rest in peace, Gene and Betsy. Oh, 95 years old, guys. That is a good long life. I mean, my goodness. Not very many people have a career in Hollywood like he did. Yeah, I know. And he could adapt to those roles really quickly, too. That's what made it great. So, and I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Hold on. I didn't put up Mombie's Daily Boost. Figures. That's my evil laugh. One of my evil laughs. All right. Go grab that because I got to get moving. The Quick and the Dead. Yes. Good movie. Yes, we will be seeing the new Captain America tonight. Kind of excited about that. All right. It's time for Mombie's Daily Boost. Here we go because I got to go back to work. Try and get it to pop up. Oh, yes, the bird. That is my favorite role. My second favorite role of his is the Birdcage. I love him as the senator and playing a dad. I mean, it's priceless. He and Robin Williams just, and Nathan Lane, they all bounced off each other with Diane Weiss very, very well. She hasn't come out and said anything, so. But it's Thursday, February 27th, 2025. Here are your information in Mombie's Daily Boost. I get all of my holiday countdown information from calendar.com. It's 18 days to St. Patrick's Day. Start buying your corned beef and cabbage now. It's 21 days to spring. It's 52 days to Easter. It's 73 days to Mother's Day. And it's 108 days to Father's Day. I heard last night we have a lunar eclipse and then a partial solar eclipse happening. But the solar eclipse will only be visible from Antarctica. So that was interesting. Here at Sci-Fi Mombie, we care. And so there are so many great volunteer opportunities in your area. Check your local media, like here in the Southwest Missouri area. We have volunteerozarks.com, or check your local charities chapter website for events that you can help out with. Please continue to help our fellow Americans impacted by the California wildfires and the hurricanes of last year. These are 7 reputable, highly regarded on the Better Business Bureau website charities that you could donate to: redcross.org, convoyofhope.org, wck.org, directrelief.org, pasadenacf.org, calfunds.org. And this last one always melts my heart when I see their postings on Instagram. Lost Stuffy Foundation @LA_lost_stuffy_project. These ladies are working with the Jonas Brothers to help kids who lost all of their possessions in the fires get some toys returned. So help them out. The 4th annual KY3 Women's Show is Saturday at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. It's $5 to get in, free parking. So go check it out. I know a lot of great things are going to be going on during the show, and I'm going to try to be there. I don't know if I really can or not, but we'll see. Planet Comic-Con at the Kansas City Convention Center, March 21st through the 23rd. All these great photo opportunities are going to be there, so purchase your admission and memberships plus photo ops at planetcomiccon.com. We'll be there on the 22nd. Tremendicon is May 30th through June 1st at the Oasis Hotel and Convention Center in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. Purchase your passes at tremendicon.com. Elsie Mortimer, Jessica Lowell, and Aaron Conaway are the talent that have signed up so far. So purchase your passes at tremendicon.com. We'll be there on the 31st. Extremicon is September 26th through the 28th at the St. Robert Community Center in St. Robert, Missouri. We'll be there on the 27th. Purchase your passes at extremicon.com. Missouri Anime Fest and Missouri Horror Con are combined this year. 2 great festivals, 1 great ticket. Michael B.N. will be there for Missouri Horror Con, and Damian Clark will be there for Missouri Anime Fest, along with, my card's missing again, Michael Graybill for Courage the Cowardly Dog will be there as well. So purchase your passes either at MissouriAnimeFest.com or MissouriHorrorCon.com. Oh, by the way, October 11th and 12th. The 3rd annual Taboo Topic Series. Oh my God, Becky. The 3rd annual Taboo Topic Series. I have a migraine, guys. I'm really trying to keep it together. I need some giggles. Sunday nights beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I believe it's 2 a.m. Central European time. This week is social media talk, so come join us. Dadman Walking 55, Mrs. Dadman Walking 55, Fluff Chick Productions, Connie Cleary, and all of my other friends scrolling through my YouTube chat have great content. They need subscribers. So please go out there, subscribe to their channels, like their content, share it out for the algorithm, because, you know, Dadman and Mrs. have great content. Dadman does a lot of squirreling and Fortnite. Mrs. does a lot of crafting and Fortnite. And her morning talk show, Morning Musings, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Fluff Chick Productions has adorable birdie videos and other furry friends. And then here we have Sci-Fi Mombie Security. I have new stuff posted up for them today where they were being ornery this morning. So go check it out. By the way, check out my quote of the day. It's from Community, and Jeff Winger just wants to know how to get a C at the community college. So go check that out. All right, party people, I got to go back to work. I'm wrapping up my day, but I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'll be putting out a review of Captain America: Brave New World. Yes. After we see the movie, so watch for that content. I hope you all have a great day. Later, party people. The weekly show that started it all will go to pre-recorded, and we'll have a live chat feature Sunday nights beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. This gives us more time to have our guest on and have a little bit more discussion, a little bit more script. So come join us for the weekly show. I host a show Monday to Friday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, called the Galactic Cafe. Bring your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Bring a beverage of your choice, preferably in an Orville mug. And let's talk mostly about sci-fi. I host a show 3 times a week called Sci-Fi Mombie Studios. It's watch parties. And on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we do Futurama Mondays. And beginning October 28th, we're actually going to be watching the new season of American Dad. So come join us. On Saturday nights in the studio, we watch The Muppet Show, and we're currently in season 3. So that will start at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And also, Saturday nights, we watch the 50th anniversary season of Saturday Night Live. That begins at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. And in February, we will be watching the anniversary special watch party. Co-host Vic, aka Victoria Matrix, has his own show either on Friday or Saturday nights, beginning at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, called In Drag. It mostly deals with LGBTQIA plus issues and other things that Vic's not allowed to talk about on the Sci-Fi Mombie show. And as Vic says, be kind, be respectful, and be so in drag. Sci-Fi Mombie has new shows joining the studios all the time. This is the newest one. Sci-Fi Mombie didn't burn it. It's my cooking show. I show easy recipes, mocktails, anything, everything. But check our social media and other posts for show info and times. Warning, Sci-Fi Mombie Studios and all of our shows, we do not reach out through DMs or Facebook Messenger soliciting money from any of you. So please do not engage these scammers or give them any money. We have 4 legitimate ways you can donate to Sci-Fi Mombie. We have a Ko-Fi account, ko-fi.com/sci-fi mombie, so buy us a cup of coffee. We have a PayPal, scan that QR code right there, or search by mombieape@gmail.com. We also have Throne, throne.com/sci-fi mombie. Throne is nice. We ask for things and then you crowdsource or you buy them for us. And then Throne does all the shipping, so we never receive your information. It's totally private. Then we have Patreon memberships, and they're $3 a month. You get content you won't see anywhere else. It's the dry run for when our YouTube goes monetize. That's patreon.com/user lowercase u =849-72353. Sci-Fi Mombie has its own merch shop at sci-fi-mom-b.myspreadshop.com. We have all of our logos for Sci-Fi Mombie Studios uploaded, and you can slap that on pretty much anything that we've chosen. We do have extended sizes in most of our merchandise. So once again, sci-fi-mom-b.myspreadshop.com. We also have our own website at sci-fi-mombie.com. Sign up for our newsletter. Send us an email. Check out the Sci-Fi Mombie security team and their cute little gotcha day information. Check out our former videos. We will also be uploading information about conventions we will be at and the gallery when we take pictures with you guys and talk with you. So check it out. And last but certainly not least, Sci-Fi Mombie is all over social media. We do have a new email, questions@sci-fi-mombie.com, but we stream daily to the Meta platform, which is Facebook and Instagram. We also have X, YouTube, and Twitch. We also have Threads, Discord, LinkedIn, TikTok, Pinterest, Blue Sky. Blue Sky is sci-fi-mombie.bsky.social. Patreon, Mastodon, IMDb, IMDb Pro, and Counter